In this video, I'm going to talk about bug bounty. So this is an introduction to bug bounty. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the bug crowd. So we are exploring the bug crowd. This is just an introduction. In terms of bug bounty, there are a lot of websites that you can perform bug bounties. Websites like HackerOne, bugcrowd, etc. are the websites that you can use to perform bug bounties. But today in this video, we're going to talk about bugcrowd. So this is a crowdsourced security platform. So you can open this website. If you don't have any account, then you have to create an account. So by clicking the login button, so after clicking the login button, so you can see a message like, are you a customer or researcher? Here you are a researcher. If you are doing bug bounties, you are a researcher. If you have an account, then you can log in. If you don't have an account, then you can click this create an account button. After clicking the create an account button, you have to enter some credentials like first name, last name, email, password confirmation, and you have to agree to the terms and conditions and privacy policy. So this is about creating an account in bugcrowd. So after that, if you create an account and if you open your account in bugcrowd, you can see this interface. Like you can move to the engagements tab. Like in the after login, you can move to engagements tab. As you can see in the engagements tab, you can see a lot of platforms where you can perform bug bounties. So here, let me open the first one. So this is about Skyflow Privacy Data Vault Bug Bounty Program. So here, as you can see, there is vulnerabilities rewarded. There is only 4 vulnerabilities rewarded on this particular bug bounty program. And the validation is within 2 days. And as you can see, 75% of submissions are accepted or rejected within 2 days. So they'll respond to you within 2 days mostly. This is testing period ongoing. As you can see, it started at April 19, 2022 and it's in progress. So in the details tab, you can see introduction to what is this platform, like what is this Skyflow Privacy Data Vault Bug Bounty Program. So about that particular platform. And after that, you can see some information about data privacy vault. And after that, you can see information about in scope, where in scope and out of scope. Like if you find a vulnerability that says in the in scope tab, then you will get a reward based on P1, P2, P3, P4 reward. So P1 means highest or severe vulnerability, which will reward you more amount, and P2, and this is P3, and this is P4. So if you find a vulnerability in P4, you will get roughly around $50 to $200. So these are the in scope tab, and you can see you have to create a service account without providing additional role or permissions. Try to read any application data in the vault, and you also see a lot of things, so you have to read carefully. If your target is this platform, then you have to read everything carefully. So as you can see, so you have a lot of information, so you have to do everything carefully. So in terms of credentials, each researcher will be provided credential to 2 accounts that will have access to dedicated privacy data vault. The 2 accounts are set up in the following way. So administrator has full admin access, and you have the focus area and the sample use cases and how you can prepare the documentation, and you have demos, and you have governance policy, and you have quick guide and lot more here. And these are the out of scope areas. If you find a vulnerabilities in these areas, then you will not get a reward. That is called out of scope areas. So as you can see, the count of P1 to P4 vulnerabilities excludes out of scope vulnerabilities. So you have to request for credentials in this particular platform. You have to request for credentials if you want to test, and you do have to MP4 videos about the resources. If you want to watch, then you can watch, but I don't recommend this. Like as you can see, there is only 4 vulnerabilities reward. So but if you move on to engagements tab again, and if you open any other platforms, you can see the difference. Like in this platform there is 58 vulnerabilities reported, and the validation is within 3 days, and the average payout is this amount. And you do have the details, and the in scope and the out scope and the URL, etc. kind of information. And you do have change log option here. So this is about the time and their change logs. And in the CrowdStream tab, you can see the users reported bugs in this platform. So some are private users, you can't know which user is there, but you can see some users by clicking here. The user reported this vulnerability. This is about the CrowdStream tab. Okay, so let me open another engage. Like you can open the lane. Here you can also see it's a transportation. It's 4 out of 4, and you can see it started at and its status. You can see it's 60 vulnerabilities rewarded, and the validation is within 3 days, and the average payout is $2,175 in the last 3 months. And you do have option to follow this engagement, share this engagement, hide this engagement. You do have an option to submit report if you find a vulnerability here. And if you like this engagement, you can click here, or if you don't like, you can click here. And you do have the details about this particular website. And as you can see, these are the in scope. So, and these are the out scope. So if you find any kind of vulnerabilities in this area, then you don't get any reward. Okay, so if you are testing a vulnerability on particular websites or particular platforms like bug bounty platforms, then you have to read everything carefully. Like this is about access OS. So here you can see it's only 12 vulnerabilities rewarded, and the validation is within 3 days, and the average payout is 6,833.3. You can see a lot of details about it as mentioned by me before. And you do have announcement tabs and January special with extra rewards. So sometimes they will hide the reward. So that's what is in the announcement. And you have submissions tab, it's no vulnerabilities reported yet. So as you can see in the CrowdStream, you can see the people's reported types of vulnerabilities in this particular platform. Some are private users, as you can see, but some users you can view those. Like this user reported P3 vulnerability in this particular platform. You can view like this. Okay, and you can view the icon or profile of that particular person reported. And you do have not only engagement options where you'll find a lot of platforms where you can test about vulnerabilities. You do have vulnerability disclosure option. You do have pen test option. You do have featured option. And there is an invites option here. Like you can see pending invite and accepted and expired and rejected invite. And you do have work option here. This is about submission work. Like you can see all draft, pending, accepted, rejected, like that. Like you do have information about receiving the payment. You have to add your payment information, like maybe in PayPal. So you can see upcoming payments. If you have any upcoming payments, will appear here, and remitted payments will appear here. Set over to settings to set your payment related information in this plan. Like every platform has their own interface and their own way of setting various interface. So you do have leaderboard options here. Like this person has more points. This is a leaderboard. So these are the top 10 users of this platform. And this is the CrowdStream platform. This is basically a showcase of accepted and disclosed submissions on participating programs and engagements. So these are the submissions accepted on target. You can see a lot of users, and they have reported the vulnerabilities. on various platforms. So this is about the introduction to bugcrowd platform. As you can see, this is the dashboard, and you have to see the upcoming payments, last 30-day payments, or all the details about your accounts. Okay, so my recommendation will be, don't, if you are a beginner, you have to find some newer build websites or newer build applications or newer build things like newer platforms. So mostly platforms like the famous platforms may have small bugs, or if they have larger bugs, then if you are a beginner, then it might be hard to find, I think. Then you have to find the platforms that is newer in background or any other platform where you test vulnerabilities. If you find newer organizations, then you have to test vulnerabilities on that organization. And if you are selecting anything in the background, you have to be very careful and look all the details, read all the details, and never forget to look the vulnerabilities rewarded and the validation tab. So this is only 4 vulnerabilities rewarded in this particular plan. So you have to check how many vulnerabilities reported on the platform that you are selecting and the platform that you are going to test for vulnerabilities. So check all, like there is 0 vulnerabilities rewarded on this particular platform. You have to check everything, you have to read everything before you target a platform to test for vulnerabilities. In the Upwork platform, there is 642 vulnerabilities rewarded, and their validation, which is within 14 days, and their average payout is like $495 in last 3 months. So this is all about the introduction to bugcrowd. So I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for watching.